Okay, this is an interesting one. Going to keep it at 100. We're not going all the way, or are we? We're going all the way light. Okay. I wonder what background colour. It's got lots of colour in it. I think we can leave out the background colour for this. This is an interesting piece, as I said before. It is. Picture of sea life. Very colourful. This was off a children's stencil, and they just put this in with the stencil sheet, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it's very colourful. I thought I'd take this and use it for something interesting. So we're just going to slip and slide it around with all these different animals, all these different sea creatures featured there. Let's see how that turned out. Okay, let's see how that looks. Oops, having problems. Actually, that looks quite interesting. The little creatures all getting distorted and twisted. I wonder if we're going to do any more, if we're going to keep it at that. I think we're going to keep it at that. It's a tough choice. So I'm thinking maybe I'm going to do some work on it. So I'm wondering if we're going to just quickly play with the buttons. So I wonder if we're going to do a different one, or we're going to just consign it to the recycle pile. And let's see what we can do with this to make it look even better. So I'm wondering what part's going to be the centre. I think that's going to be the centre of the job. So we're just going to do some interesting stuff to it. Just going to overlap across the edge there, so we don't get too many borders. I think we're going to do something interesting. We've done so many times before. So we're now going to switch to copied paper. And, oh yeah, we're going to have to enlarge this a little bit. 104, 104. And we're just going to go and do some more work here. So we're just going to set this up. We're going to go negative. Going to make a negative image out of this. So let's see how we go. Just going to do some more work on it. Like, we're going to brightness now, and we're going to crank up the red as we normally do, and the hue is going to be a bit cold. We're not making it all the way cold or anywhere near that. So now we're just going to see how we make this look even better. Negative mode can really transform an image. Now, I've nearly forgot, we've got to press again that and then that silly Konica Minolta. And there it's stabilising image. Typical. Now it's just telling us the original's left on glass. All these noises, I'm sure, could drive a lot of people mad. Really, especially when you're in an office. So yeah. Okay, that looks interesting. Yeah, I wonder if maybe a background colour here and here could make it look much better. It looks a bit shitty with that being white. So I'm going to go add a background colour. So we're just going to open up and we're just going to... Silly, this user interface drives me up the wall. It's really annoying. So we're going to go with magenta. See how that goes. I think the rest of it looks good. Wonder if we can do more work on that, or whether that's the right setting. I'm got a feeling we've got to do some more work on it. So we just move that along, and maybe the hue could go even colder. And we're just going to see how that looks. Okay, let's see how that looks. Yeah, I think the magenta has improved it a little bit. That's just my finger, so you can't do much about that. I think that's the warmer hue, and that's the colder hue. You can see the colder hue is actually made this. This looks very blended in, the colours. When you look at the same picture, it's got purple as well as blue. So I'm thinking the overall result of the hue change is positive. Overall, I think we've got a good printout. So now we're just going to work on this to become a 4-way mirror image. So wondering if we're just going to print it off. It's not the greatest looking demo we're doing, I must say. I'm thinking the movements could have been better, or maybe we could crop the image, I'm thinking. Let's see how that looks. But at least we've got some more interest in the picture. It looks a bit more interesting with that extra colour in it, instead of it blending in. So let's see how we go lining these up. Often things look better once you line them up, once you've put them in, once it's been assembled. Sometimes it's hard to tell how good something's going to be until you've actually assembled it. And sometimes you don't always assemble it right. So sometimes it takes a couple of goes at assembling it to make it look good, or to know that it looks good. So let's see how it goes. Okay, that looks nice. Now it's just time to line these up. So these are our mirrors going into position. Okay, that looks better. So now that looks quite nice once we've assembled it. We get a better overall picture, literally, of how it's going to look. So now I think we can call it quits.